Hi everybody, welcome back to Shell Star Stitches. I hope you are all doing okay and have had a lovely weekend. I am recording this on Monday for you. In the UK here it is a bank holiday. So we've had a nice long weekend, so back to work tomorrow. Weather has been atrocious today. Saturday we had really lovely weather, it was really nice and sunny. Yesterday was a bit meh, bit grey, and then it started raining, and then today it's just been rain all day. So excuse the state of me. I've a bit windswept and got a bit wet earlier. So I went out this morning to go and give blood. So my appointment was this morning. And then as soon as I stepped out after giving my donation, I stepped on a paving slab that went like that, and a whole big puddle of water came up and drenched all my feet, my trainers, my leg. So I've been out and done that today, and then I've spent the rest of the afternoon vacuum packing more of my yarn to try and make more space. Didn't want to do anything too strenuous because you're not supposed to after giving blood, so using it as an excuse to eat chocolate, and I have had banana and things like that, but yes, try and recoup my energy and just have a chill day. So I've, got like a bit of my fringe that I can see here, right in my eye. So I have just come up to record my video because hubby has put the football on. Yay. So I thought I'd come and do my video for you because I was conscious I haven't done that one this weekend. Yesterday I was doing stained glass, so that would be why. So yeah, I had a lie-in and I did some stained glass in the end. I have only got a couple of things to show you really today. I had lost my Crochet for the last week and a bit. Since finishing the frizzle chicken crochet along, which I finished 2 days late or a day late. I think I finished it last Saturday. Oh, excuse me. Apologies. I think I finished it last Saturday. Yeah, and I've done nothing up until now. Because I need to get back to doing Darwin, and it's not that I didn't want to do Darwin, but I don't know, I didn't have the motivation to do anything really. Haven't even thought about Imaginists either, and I want to because I need to plan the next Imaginists, because obviously that's the end of June, so we've got time for that. So I have tonight been doing some more of my Darwin, so I'll show you progress on that. Because I don't know if I showed you the progress that I got to before, because I stopped obviously to do frizzle chicken. So it's the bit I've just thrown in here. I've been using my neck torch tonight. Here we go. So I have a head and body now with ears, if you can see those on the side. So head and body is all done, and I have, as per usual for me, crocheted a Swiss roll, just crochet back and forth and Swiss rolled it up and put it in for the neck piece, so he's less of a floppy head, because we've got to add lots of beard and he wears a hat as well. So I have put that in there to try and strengthen the neck. So that is done. So that is, I believe, cocoa if I remember rightly on the bottom, then cream and oatmeal. So that is, looks like was it a Weeble, those sort of toys that you had as a kid that you used to knock over? That, I don't know if that's a UK thing as well. Were they Weebles where you just used to, and they used to bounce back up because of the fulcrum on them or whatever, or the balance. We've got one arm started, so we've got to change to oatmeal soon and do a hand. So yeah, not got very far. I think when if I did last show you, I think I'd got up to about the bottom of the chin. So we've done all of the rest of the head tonight, and we've started an arm. I will go down and carry on with some more once I've done this video. See if I can get the 2 arms done tonight would be good, although if I'm doing advanced hand, maybe not, because I'll get too tired. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry. I think it's tired. Maybe it's tiredness from giving blood. Does that happen? You get tired earlier from giving blood? I don't know. I stress because I'm never sure. I won't go into too much detail in case you're blood averse, but I always stress that I'm not going to be able to give a complete donation because you've got no control over that. Yes, so that is what I've got where I've got up to with Darwin so far, and I'm keeping him tucked safely in my ice-dyed hide and hammer bag, which I have to put on the table to keep away from Jasper the rabbit, because I worry that if I leave it on the sofa once I've gone to bed, he will chew it, and I'm not having him chew this. Ooh, I'd be livid if he did. Oh, I didn't put my neck torch away. Never mind, I'm going to use it in a minute. Right, I did. So when I showed you my naughty box orders from Hide and Hammer, I don't know if you watch me and you follow along, you did recall, or you may recall, that when I rolled this top of this naughty box bag down, I realised that part of the lining wasn't caught in properly, because I couldn't, otherwise than some scuffs on the buttons, couldn't see any issue with it. And they weren't really advertised as what was necessarily wrong with them, or maybe this was and I missed it. So I did hand sew this the other week, last weekend, and then didn't like my hand sewing. It looked awful. So I decided to get the machine out and try and do it, which was quite awkward because of where this comes down with the popper. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it in this light, but I did get the machine out, and I have very poor light, sorry, because of the time of night, but you can see I've got coming down here, and then we have to, if I unpopper this, you'll see it, but you can't really see it once it's poppered on, which is handy. I have to kind of skirt round the popper, and then I've stopped there. That's as far as I can get down on the machine, which I think is almost all the way down to the pocket, sort of the top of the pocket. So I have caught it all in. It's really, the light really isn't showing it, sorry, but you'll see there's the edge, and then I've caught it in there. So I have done that just because I was worried it was going to keep fraying. I know I said it was like an extra little pocket to slide things in, but I think I was more concerned it's going to fray. So and then yeah, what I did was I flipped it round so that that is the back of my bag, because I think it was just, I don't think it matters which is the front and which is the back, but I've noticed on this one the 3 lines, oh, where the pocket are is the front, so I've made the 3 lines on the front here. So just twiddled, unpoppered the handles and twiddled it round, and I don't think it's too noticeable because once the handle's up and you're holding it, you can't really see. And I managed to match in the colour pretty well. That's all I had in my sewing stash of threads, colour wise. So yeah, this has my Imaginist and Conservationist yarn in at the moment, because those should be hopefully my next 2 projects. I want to do Imaginist next, and then Conservationist as well. I really like the Sabertooth Tiger one. I still need to do the Manatee, I keep saying that every time, but because it's all one colour. So there we go. We have had the 1 delivery and 1 collection that I've made, so I will show you those. So today I'm going to put this on the floor before you can see it, hopefully. I'm looking at the camera to see that I can put it on the floor without you seeing there. So yesterday Bryony from Spectrum Fibre messaged me to say my pre-order was ready. So that was, I think, the Love collection. Yeah, I'm sure it was. She released them in February, and then I think she re-released for pre-orders in full-size skeins from the minis. So I had placed an order for collection. So these I collected today from Bryony, and they are all here. So this is 5 100-gram skeins. Oh, the light is really not going to do this justice, but I will try for you. So this one is called Peony. So pinks with dark pink speckles and a bit of yellowy in there. So that is Peony. Then we have one called Passion Fruit, which has got some slightly more orangey colours in here. If you can see that. If it's showing up, shows up better if I hold it back that way. That is Passion Fruit. Then we have another pink, which is Flamingos on Parade. That is literally like Dayglow Flamingo Pink. Then we have Parma Violets, which is a nice lilac-y colour. You can see there, with speckles through it. Love them or hate them, the sweets. And Americans and other countries, do you get Parma violets? Outside the UK, basically, do you know what Swizzle's Parma violets are? They're sweets that we have over here, like we get love hearts, but Parma violets are made by the same people, but they are, I mean, what are they? Are they violet flavoured? Are they lavendery flavoured? They remind me of my nan. She used to really love them, but they are an acquired taste. Let me know in the comments, if you're outside the UK, do you know what I mean by the Parma violet sweets? If not, I'll try and find a picture and stick a picture in. She says Parma violet. And then lastly, this one is called Love Hearts. There you go, see, Parma violets and Love Hearts. And that is a nice purpley pinky colour as well. So they are kind of a bit of a gradient-y type if you look at them together. So brownies, these are all DK, but they are 115 grams superwash merino, so they're slightly heavier. Yeah, longer, 230 meters. God, that sounded really common. Sorry, 230 meters. 252 yards, which is slightly more than some of my normal skeins. So yeah, collected those on my way back from giving blood. So that was a nice present to myself that I forgot that I paid for. And then the actual item that was delivered today, not today, Monday. I'll say Monday. Was my pre-order hide and hammer tote bag. I think I mentioned to you that I pre-ordered this, and when my black tote bag arrived the other week out of the naughty box order, I said I wanted it to fit inside here, hopefully, which I think it will. And I just noticed in certain colours this fabric kind of shimmers. Shimmery. So this is their tote bag that they've just, this was a pre-order, but I think you can now order these. I think they've put them on as a listing. So we have 3 pockets on the front here. 1, 2 and 3 under their little leather logo. We have a nice big pocket on the end here, and another one similarly on this end, so your water bottle or whatever you want to fit in there. And then on the other side we've got another 3 back pockets here. 1, 2, 3 in between the handles. And then size of the bag, I mean width of the bag. I'm not very good in measurements, but I would say it's probably about 15 centimetres wide at the bottom. So there's the base, so you can see that. Width of the base. And then inside for you. So that is the tote. So lovely and roomy. Lovely and light as well. And these handles sort of swivel around nicely. All leather handles there. I think this is an oil skin. So this is the navy one. It's quite a dark navy. There was navy, olive or rust, and rust wasn't quite orange, and olive green is not for me. So I thought this way, at least if I put it down, etc., I'm not going to get it too dirty, or it will be dirty and you just won't see it. But for example, let's put my ice dyed roll top bag in there. So yeah, I mean that fits in there with gappage on this side. So you can put other project bags, etc. inside. So plenty of yarn storage, carry around. So I might take this to Q in this month, May even, a couple of weeks, if the weather's nice, because then I can put my drinks bottle, my lunch, my make to take along, and then I might have enough space to actually carry everything back out in that when we get our kit that we're going to be making. So yeah, that arrived. So this was £125, just as FYI, so you know how much. But yeah, really pleased with that, really like it. Slight obsession with hide and hammer bags now, but we're going to try and be good, because we've got 2 roll tops, obviously one's from the naughty box, 2 totes. So I mean, that should be enough. I don't use all the project bags I keep buying, because I've obviously bought more from people off Etsy. But I need to start using them, which is why, like, my current project, Darwin, is in this. And then I'll start to put my next ones in So we'll do it that way. We'll do a bit of organising in projects. So you just get a little card with it that just says thank you for your order. They're all handmade in the UK, and if you need more information on how to care for them, visit the website. New did a video on their Instagram, which is actually very good, because I wanted to know about ironing, because this is slightly creased, especially where I had to try and get it under the sewing machine, because I had to use my walking foot on the sewing machine because of just the thickness. And it's a big no-no for ironing, which is, I'm glad I watched or asked the question first, because what it will do is it will almost change the colour of the bag. I think these are coated so that they're waterproof, and they do sell products so that you can recoat them. I mean, I don't know if they're fully waterproof or like splash proof. And New did a video as to how to tell when yours needs recoating, but also not to iron, because I was asking the question about ironing. So don't iron your Hide and Hammer bags. Yeah, I just don't like creases. I'm funny about creases, which is funny because I don't iron any of my clothes anymore. I did it once when we moved out, mine and my husband's, and it took me like 7 or 8 hours, and I was like, I'm never doing that again. No, thank you. I'll only iron things like as I come to wear them if they look like a dish rag. I mean, nobody's going to go to their grave wishing they'd done more ironing, are they? I don't go out looking like a complete state, like a crumpled mess. If something needs ironing, I'll do it, but I'll do it as I wear it, because I was ironing stuff, putting it in the wardrobe, and then because I've got so much in the wardrobe, it comes back out creased. I would like a walk-in wardrobe, that's another matter. Walk-in wardrobe, craft room, Lego room, you know. But those are the deliveries really, and that's all we've been working on, because obviously I've kind of lost my Crochet. I did do some stained glass, but they're both in the craft room actually, hanging up on the window. So one was another turtle anyway, because I had to recut a piece of glass for one that was cracked, and then the other was hot air balloon that I started on my very last stained glass session. So I put all that together. I wasn't actually going to solder it yesterday, and then I had enough time, so I did. Yeah, so I did that instead yesterday. Yes, been vacuuming more yarn. So I have an IKEA chest of drawers that I bought as overflow yarn storage that is now no longer the overflow, because the overflow is now a pile in the corner of the craft room. So I've been vacuum packing because I needed some more packets. The top drawer is done. So now we need to do the middle drawer and the bottom drawer. Although the bottom drawer has some fabric in it as well, not just yarn. It's got some of my overflow fabric. So yeah, we did some of that because I just needed to sit down and chill really after giving blood. So I sat on the floor of the craft room, which did my back no good. So yeah, that's all done. So we need to carry on with some more later, but kind of doing it in sort of little 3-hour slots or whatever, because yeah, sitting on the floor and putting it in the vacuum sealer just does my back in. I'm getting old now, can't cope with it. So yeah, we'll do some more of that at some point. Maybe this weekend coming, if the weather, it depends on the weather. I mean, if it's rubbish like it was today, chucking it down, you know, sit indoors, and I just stuck a film on the iPad and put my headphones on. So yes, I've got, have I ordered anything yet? I have ordered something yarny related. I have ordered I ordered, so I got the new centralizer, which I haven't got to show you. That did come actually from Toft, sorry. So the new centralizer collection came out this week, and it is to tie in with Ed's animals. I needed a new centralizer keeper, so I've ordered that and another hand dye of the Strawberry Sundae or Raspberry Ripple, I can't remember which, for click and collect at Q, because I could still use my discount voucher up until the end of Friday, and do collect, because then I didn't have to pay postage. Because thank you, Holly, you told me about that, because I'd completely forgotten that I could collect it at Q and save myself the postage, because I like the centralizer keepers to match. And also thank you to my friend Claire, who suggested, because Yarn Mixology were having I think they call it a pop-up shop. Their cakes are, I think, 4-ply, but I think my friend Claire was saying she's working it up into a blanket with a 4.5mm hook, and it's working up really nice. So I've ordered a Sparkle Northern Lights cake. I don't know if I can show you on here. It will be the first time that I've ordered one from them, because Claire picked one up at Ali Pali last year, I believe. And I think that's probably the one that she's using. I've not used them before, but they're basically a gradient whirl, if that's what you call them. That's what sheepies call them, a whirl. So yeah, I have ordered this. And it's not going to show you the colour very well, but it's a Sparkle Northern Lights. So I've ordered 1,000 metre. I guess you're supposed to use it from the middle, I don't really know. So I will try and make something with that. We shall see. But that's the only yarn delivery I've got coming. Nothing else from Toft is due to renew yet. We are obviously waiting on Flora Society, but I think, well, it might be this month because they tend to release in the middles of the 3 quarters. So February, May, August. So we might get it this month. I have to check when it ships. That'll be the second instalment for fruits. Yeah, that's about it. I'm going to stop waffling for you now. Thank you as always for watching. Apologies this is late to anyone outside the UK, but yeah, had an extra day to enjoy over the weekend. And to be honest, I just kind of lost track of the days, and I was like, yeah. And it's worked out quite well because I collected my yarn from Bryony today, so that's also when I found out that was ready, I thought actually I'll show you that today instead of saving it for next week. Hopefully more progress on Darwin this week. Hopefully more to show you next weekend. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Hope you've had a good long weekend if you're in the UK. And here's hoping for better weather for the rest of the week. Have a good evening. Speak to you all next time. Take care. Bye.